All right, y'all, so I'm glad I answered that call because I was really about to ignore it. I had to turn my defroster on, so you might hear it in the background. So you got to be careful, y'all. Hold on, let me turn this down. You got to be careful with these schools and stuff, because I accepted a position where I will be basically an ML teacher, multiple. I think it's like similar to what I was doing, English learner teacher. And really, that is an alignment with my background and my English major. So they call and they want to know while I'm on my way there, I'm almost there, right? Oh, we just want to know if you'd be interested in substituting for 5th grade today. Same thing the other school did to me last week. No, thank you. And I said, and once you see me, you'll understand why. I said, I'm basically the same size as the 5th graders. I'm not dealing with that. And then, well, what about 2nd grade? Would you be open to that? And although I would be open to 2nd grade, that's not what I signed up for, right? So y'all are doing a bait and switch now. So I told her I prefer sticking with the ML, and I let them know that I'm on my way there. But I am held up in traffic, and I will be there before school starts. Because usually when you're like an ELA, English learner teacher, ML teacher, you really don't really start with the children until after school starts. They have to eat breakfast. They have to get themselves prepared and stuff. When you're a substitute teacher, they want you there when school starts so you can greet the children and all of that. Usually, I don't get there right when the children start coming. I'm there like a little bit after that, but before class begins, I'm usually there. You know, it just depends on traffic and what I have going on, y'all. But you got to watch these schools. So just be aware of that. Just be aware of that, y'all, because they will try to trick you and bait switch you. And I'm not trying to deal with that this week. And also, I want to say this. Don't let other people dictate your schedule, your plans, your life, what you do. You dictate that. Don't let other people dictate it. They know, if they knew they wanted that to be the case, maybe they didn't know until today. I don't know. But either way, they're going to need to find somebody else to deal with those bad children. And I'm not saying that they're going to be bad, but I did tutor for this school last school year, or the school year before last. And I tutored 4th grade. I believe it was 4th grade that I tutored over there. And those children weren't bad, y'all. They were actually, I think it was like 4th grade and another grade. I can't remember if it was like 2nd or 3rd or something like that. But they were actually pretty decent children, and they wanted to learn, and they used the strategies, and they were excited about everything that we were doing. So that was actually a very good, positive, rewarding experience, y'all. But I just don't want to be stuck in a classroom full of children that I don't know for the day, and they're testing my patience. I don't want to start my day off like that. I just don't. Tomorrow I'm not going to be there. I have something else to do. So this is why, if y'all are interested in like working at a school, substituting can be advantageous for you, because it opens up your schedule, especially if you're doing other things, right? And I said that I didn't want anything to get in the way of me being able to do my real estate, because that's important. And so really what I was going to do is some miniature videos for y'all about I gotta get over. I wanted to do some miniature videos for y'all about are they gonna let me over? I think they had to get over. So let's see. So how we're gonna work this out. So we're stuck behind a freaking bus. Interesting, y'all. So she just got off the bus and we're still sitting here. And this is not a school bus either. This is the city bus. So I was gonna come on and do some like mini videos about how you can prepare for home ownership, how home ownership can help you owning real estate. I'm so freaking irritated, because if I knew the bus was just gonna sit here, I would have gone around, y'all. This is quite ridiculous, and I'm quite annoyed and irritated. Okay, they're moving. So it's stuff like this that goes on, y'all, which is why I'm like, I don't know how teachers do it, like dealing with all of this, dealing with the children, dealing with the parents, dealing with admin, dealing with staff. And from my understanding, staff and principals can be very nasty to teachers as well. And I've experienced, you know, some of that working at schools, and I'm just not for it. That's why I choose to travel around, so I can pick and choose what schools I go to. I'm not trying to deal with the nonsense today or ever. You know, I just want my life with less chaos as possible, y'all. That's what I want. All right. But this video has been kind of all over the place. My apologies for that. They say I have 19 more minutes, so I'm going to be there right before school starts if everything goes smoothly here. And I'll tune in a second, and we'll go over some real estate stuff, some real estate tips, y'all.